begin. We've got our first entrepreneur is Tom Söderlund from Weld. And Tom, what's your name? All right.
Thank you. So I'm Tom from Weld, and I'm one of the co-founders. And we are trying to radically simplify the process of creating apps. And we're building a browser-based tool that lets anyone prototype, build, and launch apps without any coding. And our mission is that building apps should be more like assembling Lego blocks or building in Minecraft. It should be fast, playful, and with immediate feedback. So building a great app takes three things. It's interaction design, visual design, and interactivity. And in Weld's product roadmap, we're trying to address each aspect one at a time. So Weld version 1 is a prototyping tool for interaction designers. And we have interviewed 60 designers, and we found two common problems. One is that interactive prototypes are rarely built. And secondly, designing for multiple screens, one at a time, is very tedious and time-consuming. So we are addressing this with a tool that could be described as the Google Docs of prototyping. It's a real-time collaborative tool for responsive design. You design once on one platform, and you can immediately see the results on multiple devices. And then we build upon this tool for Weld 2, which is a design tool for both visual designers and interaction designers. And then finally in Weld 3, we add the interactive step with a visual programming language and smart component settings. So anyone can build complete apps for web and mobile without coding. As a business, we run quickly, and we started doing customer interviews in September, started building the product in November, and just 2 days ago, we launched a private beta. And to round off, Tim Berners-Lee, the creator of World Wide Web, once said, "Programming is the new digital divide." If you want to help us close that divide, please go and sign up at weld.io. Thank you.
Tom, that was a great pitch. What a great work. Really clear, sort of, you inspired us to call to action at the end. That was top. What was I going to ask? At what point is obviously this tool, to build an app, there's kind of no end of possible things you might want to do. Where do you draw the line and say, we're only going to allow you to kind of do that much, or we're going to keep it this simple, or how do you decide what you can do and what you can't do?
That's a good question. And it is a complex application we're building, so we're taking sort of layer by layer. So Weld 1 is going to be the prototyping tool. You basically just do clickable wireframes that you can easily collaborate and send to your peers. We add visual design in the second version, and the third version will be enabling you to make working apps, but still simple. And then we'll sort of add functionality as we go along. But we will always focus on ease of use and simplicity, and we will sort of be the accessible alternative to doing your own coding, basically. But in our long-term roadmap, we have stuff like integrating external APIs, and the smart components I mentioned briefly is an idea of having sort of an integrated widget store inside Weld, where you can easily find, if you want to have a map component on your app or a chat component, you can sort of find that and add it to your app.
So I agree with Harry. I think the pitch was really good. The question I have is on web apps versus native apps. So most entrepreneurs that I meet, they want to build a native app because they think they get the highest quality, the best user experience, etc., etc. So given that you build a web app, are you either targeting a different set of customers than the ones that are building native? Or could it be so that you target the ones that long-term want to have a native but start with a web app? And if so, will you lose your customers over time as they go native?
Well, it's a question with many answers. I'll try to be brief. But So we're building it around web technology, well around web technologies. The idea is that you, in the near future, will be able to publish your apps through, basically wrap them into a native app so you can put them on the app stores. But it will still be web technology in the center. That will sort of, there will be some kind of apps you will never ever be able to do with Weld. So as I mentioned in the previous question, we will be sort of the accessible, fast, responsive alternative to coding yourself. So yes, it could be a prototyping tool for if you want to get started quickly, and then if you want to make the move, you can rebuild your app as a native app. But for many use cases, we think Weld in itself would be sufficient. And then if we look sort of beyond 5 years or so, I personally believe that the web will retake a lot of the space where native apps currently are, because I think the fragmentation of native apps will be a very difficult problem, and along that, the web will be more powerful, will have access to more native features in the devices and so on.
So just a quick follow-up on that. Who are then the competing tools out there?
So right now we're competing with a vast amount of prototyping tools, because that's where we are with our product right now. And our competitive advantage is really this sort of real-time collaborative features and real-time preview on multiple devices. As we go along, we will also, in a way, compete with Photoshop and Illustrator and those sort of tools used for making high-fidelity designs for your app. And later still, when we add the interactive features.
But if you were to pick one or two.
Well, right now it's the prototyping tools that we're competing with. That's where we have our, where our customers ask questions. That's where we're comparing. Yes.
To follow up also on this, first, I really love this market. I think there is still a lot of stuff to do, so then you pick up a good one. But I kind of agree, we see a lot of stuff, either focusing on design, either focusing on prototyping, either focusing on a bunch of stuff, and try to do one thing really well. So could you just give us a bit of perspective on your market? How do you see this market? And because the ultimate question is, how do you scale? How big can this be?
So we will never, in our prototyping tools market, focus on that one for now. We will never have all the features that the most advanced tools have. There are tools that can satisfy every need of a professional interaction designer. We will always stay on the sort of simple, fast end. And during our customer interviews, we've seen that many designers are overwhelmed by the features in the tools that they have, and they resort to Keynote or PowerPoint, and they pick the simple tool because that allows them to move fast, to iterate faster. And sort of a motto at Weld is build faster, learn faster. We really want to sort of be able to iterate, integrate your customers in the workflow and work fast.
Okay, so maybe it is worth defining your core customer base. Who will be your first clients?
So my very first clients are interaction designers for responsive web based in Stockholm. I basically have all 200 people on my mailing list, and I have met almost half of them already. So that's where we're focusing, trying to catch their needs. But if they want to, we'll still sort of have our own product vision in mind. And see, at some point, if they want to go too advanced, we need more features than we can deliver within Weld's vision, they will have to resort to another tool. But from the feedback we received so far, that's not the case. People rather want simplicity and ease.
How much are you going to charge?
So our business model is going to evolve, but the price we have established and anchored is $29 a month for a single user limitless license. Then we're going to introduce some kind of team license later on. But in my long-term vision, the business model will, when we sort of open up the tool for anybody to make apps, the business model will be more about this widget store, where sort of it can be an ecosystem between real programmers and Weld users, where real programmers can create widgets and sell them to Weld users.
I checked your site. Isn't it so that you get the first try for free and then it's $29 per month?
You can make one project for free.
Yeah. So what I'm thinking of, have you considered a model where you actually give some basic functionality for free forever, and rather charge on the upside in some sort of premium? And the reason I think about that is that then you get people to invest time, they get to know the tool, they become loyal, etc. And then, just like Spotify and whatever,
That's
they pay
exactly
more.
our vision with the widget store. So you get the basic tool for free, but if you want to add more features that's not part of the basic Weld package, you buy them on the widget store, and both we and the developers who created the widgets make money.
Okay, unfortunately, that's all we have time for. Show of hands, let's crowdsource this. Who thinks this is a good idea with some legs? Okay.
Wow, thank you.
All right, let's start.